Andy, we'll start with the transfer activity over the last 24 hours, 2 in, 2 out. What can you tell us about your decisions to bring 2 in and 2 out?
Yeah, well, for Fish and Max Brogan, it's an opportunity game time. It's been limited at the moment. Again, just go out there and get a few minutes for us so we can get match fit players. And the thought process bringing 2 in was obviously need a right back. Ollie was highly recommended to us. Done a bit of homework. Also a good athlete, comfortable on the ball. So yeah, thank you for Peterborough United for loaning us. And also Mo brings us a bit of pace. Exciting player. Watched him a few times. Known of him, especially league below. Scored a lot of goals. Quick, direct. Brings another dimension to us. So yeah, really pleased to get them both in. We're still not finished yet. There could be a couple, so just working on little bits.
With Fish, is he completely over his little niggle that he's had at spinning up?
Yeah, he's had a couple of weeks to get that sorted, and yeah, he just needs his game time. So thank you to Russ for allowing that. I know he'll do well in whatever league he's in. He's a game lad. He's still improving, so he'll get the game time there. Know he'll be well looked after, and it's about getting his physical aspect of his game in, because he'll be fighting against real tough opposition in that division. Games we're doing well so far this season, so hopefully Fish can add to that.
Talk about Ollie, right back. You played Keane last week as a makeshift right back. Are you expecting Ollie to come in to start?
See you tomorrow. Yeah, they've got a few different thoughts going in my mind. Could be a change of shape, but yeah, we've brought Ollie in for a reason, and if we deem him ready, then we'll put him in. If not, then we'll work to another strength of what we've got in different formations which we can use. We've used a few different formations this year, and we're comfortable with all of them. So we could look to go in somewhat different, but we'll find out tomorrow.
What would he bring to the side?
Yeah, he brings he's a good defender, 1v1 defender. He's comfortable on the ball. He likes to go forward. So yeah, we're pretty sure that we've got the right person in. I'm looking forward to seeing him because he looks a good athlete, and I say he's keen to impress. He's a young lad, but from what I've been told, as well as do his research, he should be good fit.
For Mo, then, you say he's fast, direct. Is that a dimension that you kind of want to add to the squad at the minute? Yeah, just when obviously games are tiring, teams are tiring in games, we need another dimension to stretch games. We can't always come to feet, so there's going to be times where we can stretch it in behind and have good 1v1 attacking duels. So looking at that aspect of it, he ticks all the right boxes. He's still a young player himself. York signed him for a reason, and it's up to us now to get out with him. Anything else bubbling away?
A couple of others, yeah. A couple of other players I've been speaking to. Again, just got to make sure it's the right fit for the club and the right fit for the team. I'm not going to make wholesale changes. I did say it needs freshen up a little bit, keep people on their toes, but I'm happy where we are. But if we can bring some more in, then even more.
We've obviously had a couple of trialists, and are we still looking at those players?
Yes, we're still looking. One being has done really well. It's just making sure we're covered in all positions, just so we're not left in the same problem again. We make sure that we're covered, and make sure that we've got people in that are up to speed with what we're trying to do and how we play. So no, that's just like my thought process that we need, obviously, backup for every position. Having
had time to reflect on last weekend, what are your overriding thoughts, having had the week to think about it?
Just wasteful. We were wasteful when we had chances, we created chances. Like I said, we had 15 shots and probably I think only 3-4 went on target. So it's wasteful. And again, if we convert those chances that we created, then it's a different result and we're looking differently. But even so, the performance, we needed to up it. We controlled it in large parts of it, but never really threatened. And that's the disappointing part for me. So even though we created those 15 chances in the game, we still, for me, never looked really threatening in the game in certain situations. But that's something we've worked on, something we can get better at. We've had a good run of form. It's only 1 loss in 8, so it's been, like I said, it's not been a bad return. Obviously, we want to win every game, but we're realistic, we can't. It's disappointing when you lose to a team that are lower placed than yourself. But they're fighting for their lives, scrapping for it, and they'll beat a couple of good sides along the way. They won't be down there. They'll climb the table a bit now. They've got some good players, good manager, good club as well. So yeah, it was always going to be a tough challenge, but yeah, we look now at Chorley and try and rectify that.
I spoke to Joe Rowley yesterday about his experiences winning the league with Fylde at this level, and he said the team that goes up is the one that kind of bounces back from that one defeat and gets straight back on a run, and that's really what we have to do, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about being consistent. Unfortunately, in the middle part of the season, we weren't consistent enough. We found that consistency, then it's just dropped off again. So it's now up to us to bounce back. The old Brian Law say of the bounce back ability. So yeah, we have to use that and make sure we focus on those jobs, because it'll be a tough task, but it's one we know that we can overcome.
I know you'll only focus on the next one, which is Chorley, but it is a big week in terms of fixtures in and around our team, and the table could look completely different in a week's time.
Yeah, we must stay focused on ourselves. Chorley's going to be a tough task to deal with, so we're fully concentrated on that. Obviously, we know these games coming up thick and fast, so like I said, we've got the squad there for a reason. We've built this squad to make sure we can withstand the challenges, and I believe we will do, and it's up to us now to prove it.
Obviously a tough encounter here at the Atis Arena. I think it was just an individual error that got them a point in the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a tough game. We know they were dangerous from set pieces, and I think it was second phase from a corner or a flick on. I think that got us in it for like 8-second minute. I think it was just a lack of discipline from us. But not always tough games against Chorley. Andy's got them doing wonders there. He's always got a team that's fighting thereabouts. So yeah, we know it's going to be tough. I went there on Tuesday night to watch them against Peterborough Sports. Know that it's a challenging environment. So we've got to make sure we're first and foremost ready for the challenge, and second, we make sure that we concentrate on our own.
I suppose you just want to hit the levels of New Year's Eve, don't you? Go back to what we did so well that day.
Yeah, that's the stage of being consistent. We need to make sure we consistently hit them. There's going to be days where we can't get there. It's football, and we have to give opposition credit at times by disrupting that. So yeah, we just need to get back to our levels we do against them.
In terms of team news, anyone else struggling? Any injury updates at all?
Michael Kelly, I think Luke Williams probably 50-50 for tomorrow, but more 75-25, sorry. Both got little knocks, more impact injuries than anything else, so just mindful of them too, but no, everyone else is fine.
How's Dent swelling settled down?
Fine, yeah. There'll be competition for all positions tomorrow.
And finally, any further update on Ross Barrows since we last spoke?
Yeah, well, Ross had a specialist appointment the other day, saw the consultant, and it's a bittersweet one. So it's not the LCL or the meniscus, it's just the ACL, which again is a serious injury and it needs to get a proper rehab, and it'll still be operation with a lengthy time scale out, but it's not as complicated with the other two. So he's a little bit easier in himself from that, but it's still a long road recovery to do. But we just make sure that he stays with the group and stays strong.
I was going to say, he's been in today, he looks as happy as he can be at the moment. It's important he sticks around the group, isn't it?
It is, yeah, and these first few weeks are quite important in terms of keeping your strength in your thigh. Yeah, that's where you lose your muscle mass, and they've been building it up. We've been doing squatting and rehab with Rosie and Kieran down there, and Ash. So he's got a good plan. He just needs to make sure he gets the swelling down on his knee, then we can get the operation booked in, and then obviously after that it's a case of recovery, which we'll have a plan laid out.